We've had a great time, but we are ready to chat to you again.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Tangent Tavern after Insomnia 68, where we get to chat to you about the amazing 4 days we have just had. But let's start traditionally. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Strife Hayes.
I am Callum Upton.
And this is the Tangent Tavern, a podcast where we chat about gaming and stuff. Callum, how are you?
Very tired. You could say I have insomnia.
Mate, I get where you did. Callum, do you know how clever that is? Because the event we've just been to is called Insomnia.
Oh my god, it is.
Oh, I see. It started. 1 minute in.
So natural. So natural.
We didn't even plan it. We didn't even plan that. That was off the top of Callum's head. Improv genius right here. Ladies and gents, someone's just said nice mug. Not as nice as the mug that I wrangled for free from Insomnia. There's a story there. I'm going to tell you that story. It's going to be good.
Is this the story we were told not to tell anyone about?
I'm going to tell all the stories I was told not to tell. What are they going to do?
Can't punish us anymore now.
Yeah, Insomnia's finished. I mean, Insomnia 68's finished. What are they going to do? They're going to kick us out? They can't. Event's finished. They want us back for number 69, don't they?
They do. We'll make the best 69.
We've been streaming for 1 minute? 1 minute and Callum has already got the best possible clip going on. Right, yeah, so Insomnia 68. Insomnia is a massive gaming festival that happened in Birmingham. It's absolutely fantastic. The next one is Insomnia 69, which means the hashtag for it is I69. The meme potential alone.
Oh, I didn't even think about the I.
Yeah.
I just thought about 69, Insomnia 69, but yeah, the hashtag will be hashtag I69.
Yeah, hashtag I69. I mean, I was talking to Ash, Valorant guy, but if we get to it, if people are hashtagging I69 and they don't, then that's false advertising.
That is actually.
Right, there's
It's going to be an incredible one.
It's definitely going to top and tail the previous one. See?
Oh, for God's sake. I knew there was a joke in there and I wasn't sure where it was.
So many nice jokes we've got already. Guys, if you're in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. What's happened is myself and Callum have been at a gaming event over the weekend called Insomnia. Happens in Birmingham. It's been lovely. Not only were we at the event meeting and greeting all of you lot, we were also involved in a live-action improvised Dungeons & Dragons game. I DM'd it and Callum performed in it. That's what we want to talk about in general. Cal, you've never been on the stage before, have you?
Nope. Never.
How did it go?
It was amazing. I was shitting myself right up until I went on stage. The second I stepped up the stairs, I was fine.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was natural. Isn't everyone in Birmingham angry? We get asked in the chat. Yeah, they were until we started performing. We calmed them.
Yeah, we did. We soothed the audience.
Like the Pied Piper, but with D&D. That's exactly what we were. It was great fun. It was absolutely great fun. So I'd like to talk about my experience. I'd like Cal to talk about his experience, and then I'd like to share some behind-the-scenes secrets with you. I think we need to spill the tea on the Spiffing Brit, because we met the Spiffing Brit.
Spill the Yorkshire Gold.
Yeah, spill the Yorkshire Gold. We met the Spiffing Brit. We spent some time with him, and I think people need to know because you'd assume from his videos that he's like a really nice, genuine, approachable guy. But when we met him, we're going to tell you the reality of that later on. So first, someone said, is there going to be a video about the adventure? Guys, the entire D&D game was filmed.
It was.
In pretty good quality.
In very good quality. In fact, so someone live streamed it, and we've got a link to the live stream. In fact, you know what? I'm pretty sure we can just drop that in the chat, can't we?
I don't see why we can't.
It's our chat. Screw them. We're doing it.
It's our chat. We make the rules up here. What are we going to do? I don't see any police around.
No. We've just spoilt it for Insomnia when they want to upload it. Although I believe theirs will be actual feed from the mic, not from the speakers. So.
Yes, theirs has got an actual proper thing to it. But we'll get you some. So guys, if you're in the Discord with myself, or if you're in Callum's Discord, there will be a link to the full unedited Dungeons and Dragons adventure. It's about 45 minutes, I suppose.
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah,
it's about 45 minutes. So it's not too long. It's not like a 2-hour full-on session. It's 45 minutes, nice and easy. It's good fun, and we enjoyed it. And I'd like to chat about bits of it. So, Cal, talk me through your Insomnia adventure. What happened when you arrived?
So this was actually my first ever Insomnia. I've never been to one. I've always wanted to, and obviously the last 2 or 3 were cancelled because of COVID.
Yeah.
It blew my expectations out of the water. Probably mainly because I didn't have any of the queuing problems because of this bad boy.
Oh yeah, we walked straight in, didn't we?
We did. Just there was a massive angry queue as we walked past, just waving at them. Everybody there was lovely, like genuinely lovely.
Yeah,
it was best convention I've ever been to, hands down.
It was really nice, and it was surreal for me because we got off the station, the train station. I got off at Birmingham International, which is connected to the NEC because the NEC is the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. It's absolutely huge. And the moment I stepped off the train, I had a luggage behind me. I wasn't even dressed in my shirt and waistcoat. I was dressed in just like regular t-shirt and jeans. I was walking in, and I heard someone in the distance just shout, "Josh!" So I turned around. I was like, I've lit 10 seconds. It took 10 seconds for someone to recognise me, walk over and say, "Hey, can we have a chat? Can we have a photo?" And every single person that walked up to me that weekend and they said, "Hey, can I talk to you? Can I have a photo?" The answer was, not only can you talk to me, I want to talk to you. I want to chat. I want to know how your day's gone. I want to know what you've been up to. Let's get you want a photo? Let's get 3 or 4. Let's get your mates in. Let's get around to that cool backdrop. And we'll talk about meeting people later on and general interaction with stuff. So, Cal, you arrived. You got the creator wristband. We got in. Talk me through your experience.
I'll go back a bit. I hadn't even got the creator wristband yet. First person I bumped into that I recognised was you.
Yeah.
Literally, as soon as I got into the NEC, bumped into you, which was very convenient. You directed me where to go get my creator wristband. And while I was waiting to get the creator wristband, someone from my Discord popped up to me and he was just like, "Hey, I'm the guy who built the Shadow Cabal website."
Oh, yeah. We met the guy that created the Shadow Cabal website. He was lovely. He was really cool.
He was. I didn't get a chance to talk to him again, sadly. I was really sad because I was in a rush at that point trying to get the hotel sorted out because I got all my shit on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll catch up with you later. I never got to see him again, which was really sad.
He walked over to me when I was... Because in the NEC, there was like they called it the Creator Tavern, which was like a little kind of fenced off, not difficult to get into, just like barriers around it, area that anyone could walk into and just say hi, and all the creators were kind of hanging out there. But it was less of a tavern and more of a corral because there was no beer, there was no drinks of any kind there. It was like almost like a zoo, like a petting zoo for creators. They just put us there. And
that is the best description of it that I think I could have given.
Yeah, people just walked past. The crazy thing was, people walked past and they looked at us and they went, "Oh, that's..." And then whoever it was, and then they just walked off. Like, very few people actually, they were brave enough to come in and say hi to us. Sora, thank you for all the gifted subs. But it was lovely.
Thank you in my chat as well. I just realised I've got some.
See? It's lovely people.
Good guys.
But it was absolutely great to have a little area to chill out and relax, and the volunteers that were working at the NEC made the whole thing absolutely lovely. Cal, talk me through how your first day went of being internet famous, because you're a niche internet micro celebrity now.
Yeah, it was actually kind of weird having people popping up to me, asking for photos, asking for me to, just chat with them about stuff.
Yeah.
It was very surreal. Like, very surreal. It was strange. It was really cool because everybody, like we said earlier, lovely.
Yeah.
Really nice people. Yeah.
I got a message on Twitter earlier and someone said, "I met Josh Strife Hayes. He was really nice. He kept asking questions and he kept pushing the conversation forward and he kept wanting to know about my day." Now, something that I've noticed is I've met people that I respect and that I admire. Now, I've been lucky enough to meet those people in my life, and I walk up and I go to shake their hand and I introduce myself and I say why I admire them, and they shake their head at me and then they just go, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, it's like a one-sided conversation and you're just like,
Yeah, and there's no energy there, and then I feel awkward. Then I feel like just some raving fanboy that just ran up to someone, and the successful, famous people look at me almost as if they're saying, "Please leave me alone. Please go away." And that's awkward, isn't it? That's really awkward.
I've had the same in the past as well when I've met some people, and they, like you said, they do the kind of just nodding at whatever you say, and then they're like, "Okay, cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your day," and then just walk off, and it's like, right, yeah. Cool.
It's like you go to someone that you admire and that you respect and that you're a fan of, and you introduce yourself, and what you want is you want to feel not admired, but you want to at least feel respected on like a base level.
Appreciated, yeah.
Appreciated, yeah, because no one needs to be a fan of anyone. No one needs to be a fan of you or me or anyone. So when someone comes up to you or me, and I saw you doing the same thing, I appreciate that. You know, anyone giving me their time, that's super awesome. So when someone walked up to me and said, hey, you know, I like your videos, the first question was, thanks, how's your day going? What have you been up to? Where have you been? What are you seeing? What are you doing? Tell me about you for a bit.
Yeah, you enjoying the convention. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I want people to leave a conversation with me feeling better about themselves than they did before they met me.
Yeah. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, I think that is a very, very positive thing, because with great power comes great responsibility. A wise man said that. A wise man who owns a rice factory. Uncle Ben. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, that only really... that saying only really counts until we get to the free mini bar.
Oh, yeah, when they put a free...
Then all responsibility goes out the window.
Yeah, when they put a free bar on, they were like, would you like a single or a double? I'm like, I'm not paying, I want a triple. All right?
Yeah, I'll have 2 triples, please.
Just give me the picture. Let's sort this out. God, are we meant to tell people there was a free bar? Is that one of the things we should want a secrecy about? There's a lot of stuff we were told not to tell people that we're going to tell everyone everything right now on stream.
Did I tell you that I caused an absolute uproar in the Insomnia content creators chat?
No. What did you... Oh, was it the gift bags things?
No, it was a complete accident as well. I thought I was messaging Billy on Twitter because I'd seen her name as the last message. And it wasn't. It was the group chat with all the content creators. And I was like, guys, where do we check into our free hotel? And it was one of them. It was like, you guys have got free hotels. And I was like, shit. Oh, boy. So I closed down Twitter and I just went searching myself.
Oh, my God. Oh,
it was basically the meme was like, you guys are getting paid.
Okay, right. Listen. So here's the truth, guys. Here's the tea. Callum is a busy boy.
I am.
Callum is a very well-known busy boy. He makes very successful videos. Callum's time is valuable. Some people got invited to Insomnia. Some people got paid to go to Insomnia. Some people got given food vouchers. Some people didn't. I would like to point out, Callum, you got food vouchers and I didn't. I didn't get food vouchers until I cornered the guy in charge and went, the fuck, dude?
I got given 2 sets. In fact,
You did?
I bought your girlfriend Subway because I'd got so many left on the last day.
Mate,
I was like, do you want to come get a Subway?
Yeah, you had more food than I did. I didn't actually say the fuck, dude. I was like, excuse me, sir. May I please be fed? Because I'm in the corral. I'm waiting in the content creator petting zoo, and I'm slowly dying. But yeah, when you were like, hey, where's the hotel stuff? Some people got things, other people didn't. It depends on how good you were at negotiating stuff. And myself and Callum are very good at negotiating stuff, because we just walk away and say no. It's like when I walked up, there was a monster truck. Okay, so there's like a huge, big, the monster, the drink.
Yeah, to clarify, it was a truck with monster logos all over it, not an actual monster truck.
Yes, because they were giving out free drinks. And you could walk up and you could ask for a free can of Monster. So I walked up and I said, hey, there's a couple of content creators who are quite thirsty. Can I get maybe a crate? And they went, yeah, sure, here you go. And they gave me like a big 12-pack of cans of Monster. Callum's with me. And we went, sweet. So we just walked back to the content creator corral. And then someone who actually works for Monster came over and looked at us and went, I don't even get that.
Yeah. We'd managed to get more than the people who were sponsored by Monster.
Yeah, we weren't sponsored. We have no connection whatsoever. And actual content creators who are actually sponsored by Monster, even they don't get that free shit.
We used the whole high-vis and clipboard kind of technique, minus the high-vis and clipboard.
Yeah,
we just walked up and we were like, hey, I would like your finest crate of Monster. And they were just like, can't say no to that.
There's like a base level of... Again, this is the whole great power, great responsibility thing. We didn't drink 12 cans of Monster. What we did was we grabbed a can each and then we just gave cans out. We met the army guys on the first night. We were in a hotel having a couple of drinks, and because the army sent their esports representatives down, who are a lovely bunch of lads from all different various parts of the British Army. There was also the Navy and the RAF there, but we didn't get a chance to hang out with those too much. But the army was absolutely sound. I felt so safe, all right, because we were in this hotel bar, and I was there with a martini cocktail style glass, and there was a little umbrella in it, and it was very fruity, and there was sugar around the rim of the glass, and I'm not the most intimidating looking guy. And all the army lads were there, you know, massive, huge, beefy lads.
They were huge.
Oh, with pints. And we were all just laughing and joking together. And I was there with my little tiny martini glass, and I thought, oh, I'm protected. Ain't nobody questioning.
You wouldn't mess with them. You would not mess with them.
You would not. They were lovely.
Yeah.
But they had a tank. There was an actual... They'd just driven a Challenger 2 into the NEC and just parked it up. And at the end, I just walked up and went, hey, can I stand on the tank? And they went, yeah, why not? Go up. So it's just
made for a good photo.
Yeah, stood on the tank, got a photo. I even gave my phone to the army guys. I'm like, you take a photo, please. What a lovely, lovely bunch of people. I almost asked to get in the tank, but they were like, unfortunately, we've just closed the seal. You could have gone in the morning, but no.
Ah, I got told a secret about that tank that I don't know if you know.
Please tell me.
There are no internals. It's a dummy tank that they use for training. Yeah, I felt so cheated.
It's understandable, though. I mean, can you imagine some like random 12-year-old who just jumps inside, flicks all the switch, and then suddenly the tank starts activating?
No, that would have been a health and safety crisis, yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of dangerous stuff there, but I think an actual tank, that's when the RAF lot would have really had to jump into gear and be like, I hope you guys have brought a helicopter.
Can you imagine all the people that didn't go to Insomnia hear that there's been like a massive crisis there, and they're probably just thinking it's me and you at the bar?
Yeah. That, if someone had a tank at Insomnia, that just reminds me of like the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas tank cheat code. You'd assume someone had just done that in real life. That's exactly what happened. Supersonic, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream, everyone who's just joined us. We're talking about Insomnia 68, the gaming festival that just happened in Birmingham, and we're giving you all the juicy details that we've been told not to tell you.
Yes.
I think we need to talk about the impromptu pizza party, because that was
that was the best.
That was the best, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the best part. Like, that wasn't even part of Insomnia. Like, we made that happen, and it was the best part of Insomnia.
So what happened was this. First of all, there is no dividing line at these conventions between content creators and people that want to meet content creators. There's no line at all.
No, you can go talk to anyone. It's just chill.
I met a guy called Nort. Nort has 5 million YouTube subs. Mm-hmm. You want to know the secrets about Nort? He is such a nice guy. He's a little bit timid, but he's so genuine. He walked up and he's like, "Hey guys, I've done my meet and greet. I'm not quite sure what's going on now. I'm just going to head off." And we went, "No, man, you hang out with us. You chill with us. You relax." People are like, "Was it a hidden pizza party?" No. Here's the difference. It was actually everyone was invited pizza party. I tried to put out as many calls as I could. So it was on the first day, and we were trying to find a restaurant, weren't we, for everyone to have lunch at.
Oh yeah, but it was because of it being the first day. The queues, like we were asking the queues for like 40 minutes to an hour and a half, and then we were all like, you know what? Screw that. Pizza party, Uber Eats.
All the hotels at the NEC are all around a big lake in the centre. So after going to every single restaurant, there were about 20 of us, and it was a mix of content creators and regular
viewers.
People who pop over along to say hi. The Spiffing Brit was there with us as well. We'll tell you about the Spiffing Brit in a second. And after just sitting on these benches thinking, it's going to take at least half an hour to get, a reservation anywhere, and there's 20 of us, we're never going to get a table, I just thought, fuck it. So I got Uber Eats on my phone, ordered 6 large pizzas, and told them to deliver it to the people. We couldn't actually tell them where we were, so the instructions I just gave the man in the waistcoat standing outside Bear Grylls Adventure, which is a big connected bit to the NEC.
You'd think that's very specific and obvious who,
Yeah, we just sent that. And then we got a call about half an hour later saying, "Hey, I'm stuck at the entrance. I can't get in. I've got to pay something." So I said, "All right, just drive around until you see a guy in a waistcoat waving at you." And this guy drove around, and eventually he dropped off, and I just walked back with an armful of 6 pizzas, dropped them all on the tables, and went, "Go nuts." And everyone grabbed a pizza, and it was so wholesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just everyone just enjoying food, chatting to each other, and just chilling. There was like no awkwardness with people. Because that's one thing that we didn't want. We didn't want people to feel awkward around us, and it wasn't. It was just really chill. Everyone just enjoying pizza. It was good pizza, by the way. Sourdough, was it?
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was better than I expected.
Amazing.
Yeah, better than I expected. Someone in the chat has said, "Thank you for giving me a good laugh." Hey, if you guys went to Insomnia and you either met me or you met Callum or you saw anything that we did, I want to know your opinions. And you can be honest with us. If you think we can improve on stuff, if you were a bit awkward, let us know, because we want to make it better for you. What happened after that? We had the pizza party. That was really nice. We went to the hotel. The Hilton Hotel is laid out like a Doom level.
Oh my god, it was. So I accidentally ended up in the Hilton Hotel thinking I was staying there. You know, punching above my weight, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's a nice hotel.
Me and Zach were roaming around. There are so many corridors that are like parallel to each other and identical, and mirrors at the end of the corridor. It was like a fun house.
Yeah. When you walk into a hotel,
rat's nest.
You walk into the front door of a hotel. This is a question to all of you, chat.
Oh yeah.
You walk through the front door of a hotel. What is the first thing you expect to see? Yeah. Like, the moment you step through the front door of a hotel, what's the first thing that should be in front of you? Reception. Everyone's like, reception desk? Yeah, pretty obvious. Reception. No, not with the Hilton. The first thing in front of you is a choice of corridors. There's no signs, there's no people, there's no desks. It's just and they're not even like 90-degree corridors. If you imagine an old first-person shooter level with like weirdly angled rooms and columns in the middle of the corridor, like someone had designed a custom level in Time Splitters 2.
Genuinely, it was like that. In fact, my example would be if you've watched Alice in Borderland, when they're playing the game where there's 3 doors to choose from, then you go through, then there's 3 doors, but one of them might lead back to the door you've just come through. It was genuinely like that.
Yeah, and we walked in and we were like left, right, left. It takes you walk in for about 3 or 4 actual minutes.
Yeah.
Before you even find the reception desk.
No joke. It's genuinely like a 5-minute walk. Yeah. And then when you find the reception desk, they're like, yeah, this isn't your hotel. Me and Zach got lost in there. Yeah. Like, genuinely lost. And then we ended up back at the exit. And we were like, what? Is this the same exit? Like,
yeah. It was the weirdest laid out hotel ever. I am not staying there because I was scared. If I hadn't had a guide, I'd have got lost. It was super, super weird. But then we played some games and I walked up and I said, how much is a cocktail? And they went, £10. I'm like, what? I am not made of money. I'm not spending £10 on a cocktail. I'll wait till the free bar.
Yeah.
Which we abused a lot, by the way, and we'll tell you the stories of pretty soon. So yeah, the first night, Hilton Hotel, absolutely confusing as heck. Met the Barmy guys there. So I was sitting down and I met a streamer called Mr. Greggles. Mr. Greggles does a lot of Twitch streams with... He plays the drums. I
met him as well. He's a lovely guy. Yeah,
like 6 PC setup, plays the drums, and while I'm chilling there with Mr. Greggles, another guy calls up called Ash, and then another guy called Blitzy. And you met those as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. All lovely people.
How nice are Ash and Blitzy?
They're so nice. Yeah. They are really nice. And the best part is I didn't even know what Ash did until you explained it to me. And I looked through his TikTok and I was like, that's interesting.
Dude's super...
really nice.
Super successful on TikTok. Normally makes TikToks in the guise of Sirius Black from Harry Potter. Streams as well. Very successful. Really nice guy. Blitzy was just... You know what? I sat down... Oh, Blitzy is even in the chat. He's in the chat with us right now. What an absolute gem. So you know I'm not even making this up. He walked up and Blitzy basically said to us, look, you showed us the ropes, man. It was my first Insomnia as well. He said, look, we're going to get a couple of people here at this time. This is going on over there. These are the people you want to meet. This is what's going on. Give me a call if you need me. And then we exchanged all the details and stuff. I felt secure knowing those guys had me.
Yeah. Like, we'd always got someone to contact if we needed to know where something was, how to do something, what not to do.
Oh, yeah, that was important.
It was... Yeah, that was a very important one.
Which you failed a lot.
Most of that, yeah.
But no, I felt like I was a member of the community for ages, even though we'd known them for like an hour. They were so welcoming, which is what was found very nice. Managed to see with something on Saturday. Didn't have the balls to talk to you. Hey, right, Cirque, make me a deal. If you come to the next Insomnia, which I think is in about 4 months' time, it's not far away, walk up to me and just say, hey. You can be honest. You can say, hey, I want to talk to you, but I'm a little bit nervous. You say that to me, I'm straight away going to do everything I possibly can to make you feel at ease. I'm going to sit down with you. We'll chill out. There's no pressure. You don't need to, ask or say anything. We'll just talk about the day. I would like that. Okay? I would like... Blitzy, you want to come on the Tangent Tavern sometime? You want to come on this podcast and chat with us sometime?
Yeah, do it.
Sweet. There we go. Blitzy's definitely doing it. Anyway,
awesome.
Someone's in the chat thought you were going to say make you feel worse. Just come up to me, I'll make you feel terrible.
I'll make you feel like second monitor content.
People came up and said that and I loved it. So what then happened? We had the lovely first night. There was like an impromptu casino meeting where people all met up and just chilled out. That was really nice. Saturday was the big day. The big day for the D&D session, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was the Friday night, actually. Oh, so yeah, we split up on the Friday night, didn't we?
Well, we did.
Yes, so I went to the pub quiz, which was an experience. Lots of people turned into like an impromptu rave at the end. That was great. Then me and Rage and Billy went out drinking at the casino after you'd already left. We stayed out till about 2:30 in the morning. Bear in mind, we're supposed to be on stage the next day.
Yeah, I met Boaty, the RuneScape streamer, for about 10 seconds.
Yes, and me.
Terribly. So there was a pub quiz at Insomnia. It's on Friday nights. It's always, it's a big thing. I wasn't able to get tickets for it, unfortunately. But instead of going to the pub quiz, everyone that didn't get tickets went to the casino that's on site. So we walked in, we bought some drinks. No one gambled much because we're not massive gamblers, but the drinks were cheaper at the casino. So we all drank
a lot cheaper.
Oh, a hell of a lot cheaper. So I got a little bit too drunk, and then I said to the guys, right, I'm going to retire now. I know my limits. I am, the world's going a little bit soft and fuzzy. So I walked out, and as I was walking out the casino, Boaty was walking in. And I thought, this is your chance, Josh. Be suave, be sexy, be sophisticated. Charm this guy, because you watch his streams, you admire his content. That didn't happen. I just went, Boaty! Shook his hand, a little bit too powerfully, and went, I like you, I'm Josh. And I just walked off.
I'm glad that your interaction went just as well as mine on that night, because this shows how late we stayed out. So you left as he was coming into the casino.
Yep.
We went into it as he was leaving. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
That was my introduction to him.
That's all you said, and then walked up.
And he was just like, gambling. And I was like, of course you are. I'm coming for drinks.
What are you doing at a casino? He said gambling, and you went, of course, and then left. So technically, Boaty has met both myself and Callum, but he hopefully doesn't remember, because it was a terrible first interaction.
It was. But so that was a messy night, like a really messy night, because you'd just gone to bed and we thought we're going to hit the casino, right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember a lot of the later parts of that night. All I remember is almost carrying Rage back to her hotel so she could get something that she left, but something she forgot, but then she forgot what she forgot when she got there. So we then went back out again, at which point she, in her massive goth boots, broke my toe.
Has she actually broken it when she stepped on it?
I'm pretty sure she's broken my little toe.
Right. So you did a D&D session on stage with a broken toe.
I did.
That's impressive. That's a story right there.
It didn't hurt, though, because the alcohol just carried me through it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great. Oh, no. That is where we went after. So we went back to Insomnia.
How?
Because the bring your own PC is 24/7.
Oh, they were setting up, weren't they? Yeah.
And there was a bar in the bring your own PC. And we were like, okay, let's go back now. This was at about 1:30. And we were like, let's go back to the hotels. And every time I turned around, Rage had got another 6 Jaeger bombs from nowhere. It's like she just magicked them out of thin air.
Just appeared.
And it was about 2:30 by the time we got back to the hotel, and we were plastered.
Rage Darling is the girl with red hair that was part of the Critical Role crew, the D&D thing, played the barbarian. When you kind of helped her back to the hotel, didn't she keep forgetting what room she was in? And she kept giving you random numbers until she finally I think she didn't realise you were asking what room she was in. She thought you just wanted 3 digits. You know?
Yeah, I said to her, so I helped her up to her room, what I thought was her room. It wasn't. The person wasn't very happy. And then I was like, okay, this isn't your room, where are you? And she goes, oh, I thought you meant what floor I was on. I was like, and you told me 500 and something. Like, you thought you were on floor 500. So we're just roaming around from room to room, her stepping on my feet every 3 steps. Finally got her to the room, and then she goes, I'm just going to go for a wee, because I forgot what I wanted.
Yeah, forgot what I forgot. It was the world's most complicated toilet run, effectively.
It genuinely was. And the worst part is we just come from somewhere with toilets.
Yeah, and then you went back. And thankfully, I'm a lightweight. I'm an absolute lightweight drinker. I'm a cheap date. I can go out with £10, come back with change, and not remember the night. It's fantastic. It means that when I fall asleep and wake up, I don't have a hangover, because there's not enough alcohol in me at any given time to generate a hangover. So I woke up on the Saturday morning fresh as an absolute daisy. And I was walking in, bouncing around. I was super happy with it. You were not.
I was not. I came down to the worst breakfast I've ever had.
Oh my God, the breakfast in that hotel, what was that? I mean, first world problems, guys. I understand that you're probably looking at us going, oh, their breakfast was bad. Right, look, we didn't have many issues over the weekend, so we have to complain about what we can. The breakfast was bacon, which was fine. I thought the bacon was okay. And
Bacon
other
was
stuff.
fine.
Yeah, other stuff was bad.
What were they?
The hash browns were made of rubber.
Hash browns. No, God, no, they weren't even rubber. I thought Kate was going to kill me with one of them when she was waving it round. I thought she was going to shuriken it at me or something. I was scared for my life. And then the sausage was basically rubber.
Yeah.
Like, I was sat there chewing it for like 5 minutes, and I just couldn't chew it.
I thought the eggs that I got were like display models. You know, I thought I picked up some kind of wax. I'm like, is this meant to be...
Honestly,
yeah.
It was like a display breakfast, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that was not great. But apart from that...
we didn't have much of that.
Yeah, apart from that, it was fine. So we walked in. Lovely session. Let's talk about, before we go into the D&D session, I want to talk to you guys about the YouTuber, the Spiffing Brit.
Yes.
Who's a fan of the Spiffing Brit? Who's seen his videos before? His, you know, perfectly balanced, with no exploits, all that kind of stuff. The Spiff walked up to the group I was in, and I was a little bit starstruck. I mean, the guy's got like nearly 3 million subs, just over 3 million subs. He's super successful right now.
Yeah.
He walked up. Cal, do you want to tell people what Spiff was like?
He was the most down-to-earth, normal person. In fact, this will be a testament to this. I don't know if I told you this, Josh. You'd already been at the Creator Tavern with him for like an hour or so, right? Mm-hmm. And I'd walk down to meet you after dropping all my crap off in my room. And I was talking to you and Spiff for a good 5 minutes, and I hadn't realised it was Spiff.
Yeah.
And then you said something like, "Oh, it's great to have the Shadow Cabal all together again." And like the penny dropped, and I was like, "Oh, that's Spiff." And I've just been chatting absolute bollocks for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how normal he was. I just hadn't realised.
You know when a content creator puts the audience first, and they know the influence that they've got. You know, because a lot of content creators absolutely know that people want to meet them, but they know it's also time, it's energy, it's dedication. On the Friday, Spiffing Brit did a meet and greet. 2.5 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
He stood in that queue, shook everyone's hand, asked everyone how the day was going, took photos with everyone for 2.5 hours. And on the next day, when people were there to meet him, and it was quite big, he actually pulled a couple of security guys aside and said, "Hey, there's a lot of people here. Maybe we should do another impromptu meet and greet." He gave another 2.5 hours of his time to make sure every single person that had come down to meet him got a chance to meet him and say hi. He left no one out. No. That was just the dedication that takes as a celebrity, because the guy is an absolute celebrity, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He is so down to earth. I could chat to him all day about everything and nothing. And you know what he brought me? He brought me a massive box of Yorkshire tea.
He did. Yeah. In fact, at the creator party, like, bear in mind that this is all content creators, quite a lot of big ones there as well.
Oh yeah, these guys are big, they're successful, they're remarkably well known.
The dude took like 40 minutes of his time to just sit with me and just chat nonsense.
Yeah, he was talking about the algorithm, about YouTube, about giving you advice and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And he was in no rush to like get away from me or anything, you know, we just sat there with drinks, chatting.
Yeah.
Just had a great night. Yeah.
I'm super happy that people that I've admired for a long time are down-to-earth, genuine people.
Yeah.
That's what made me happy. And then we finally got to... I mean, I was playing some Magic the Gathering with people. I mean, someone on the Discord chat was... someone just put, "Hey, anyone fancy playing Magic the Gathering?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll play Magic the Gathering for a bit. That'd be great." And then someone replied saying, "Oh, I watch your videos." So I was in the Content Creator Tavern, and these 3 lads walked in. They were like, "Are you Josh?" I'm like, "Yes." "Are you Dan?" And we just played some Magic the Gathering for a bit. And it started off, the guys were a little bit... I don't want to use the word starstruck, because I don't see myself as a star, but I understand that, there's that kind of intimidation factor there. Mm-hmm. And after about 5 minutes, everyone just settled into a chilled out thing. We had some drinks together, played some Magic. It was lovely.
Yeah,
and
really I just stood there watching them play, and there was just like a dial tone playing in my head as I was watching numbers do things.
Mate,
I had no clue.
Yeah,
no clue.
It can take a little while to get used to, but I tried to explain Magic to a couple of people as best I possibly could. So the reason we went to Insomnia was we came up with the idea for a live action Dungeons and Dragons game. I wanted to DM. Did anyone play Blue Control? Me. I wanted to run a live action D&D game. I would DM it and we would have the players behind us. On stage, I had a big plushy D20 and I threw it into the audience and they threw it back, and depending on how I caught the D20 was the roll for the event or whatever. Cal was playing a monk. Rage was playing a barbarian, and Billy Trix was playing a wizard and a sorcerer. Cal, do you want us to talk through the whole experience that you had with this D&D thing, from when you arrived in costume to when you saw the crowd?
Yeah. So, for starters, the changing room was the other end of the NEC. So, we got changed in there and had like a King's Guard escort through the crowd, which was a bit concerning because I was just thinking, how many people are in there waiting for us? So we had the King's Guard all the way over there, got all mic'd up and everything, and then I turned around and saw how big the crowd was. So it seats 80 at the expo stage, and they were filled before we even got there.
Yep.
And like, not only filled, there were people sat on beanbags all in the middle and everything. So there was probably 100 people in that 80-person area at least. And I'm thinking, well, at least we've managed to fill the seats. And the sound area is slightly lower than the stage. So you're just like face height with people. And then as Josh, introduces us, Josh got like an amazing start to this, to the crowd, hyping them up and everything. I get up on the stage and realise that there is not only 100 people sat at the stage, we've managed to like backlog all of the like alleyways away from the stage. And I think they said in the end that there was about 400 people.
We had 400 people crammed into an 80-person room. It wasn't even a room, so the way it worked was there were two main stages at Insomnia. There's the main stage, the Insomnia stage, which is like 2,000 people, huge big stage, lighting, and there's the Expo stage. Now, the Expo stage was actually in the main convention hall with areas surrounding it. It wasn't blocked off. You could walk around, and from anywhere you could pretty much see the Expo stage because it was kind of in the centre of stuff. There were 80 seats in front of it, and then there were walkways and aisles around the side. When we walked on, every seat was filled. There were people sitting on the front row, sitting in front of the speakers, and standing in the aisles around the edge. There were so many people waiting for the D&D game that the health and safety manager of the NEC had to pull the guy organising Insomnia to the side and say, "This is too many people. This is dangerous. We're blocking aisles now. We need to
crisis."
Yeah. We need to turn people away. And then the guy in charge of Insomnia walked over to us and said, "You're doing a good job when the health and safety guy is sweating."
Yeah.
So we were happy.
And this is something that really made me laugh earlier. I was watching some people's vlogs on YouTube from that day, and there was one person who was an absolute madman who didn't attend our stage and instead went to the main stage that was on during our thing. Do you know how many people were in there?
How many people?
About 30.
We nailed it. It was one of the most successful expo stage events. I would say it was one of the most successful things. John's The Dark Room, that pulled a crowd. I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Dark Room before. The kind of text-based, surrealist, escape the room adventure. I actually managed to get some time to sit and chat with John afterwards. Such a down-to-earth bloke. So nice, so calm,
really nice.
so chilled out. I even said to him, hey, let's play some board games sometime. And he was like, absolutely, mate. We'll find some time. We'll make some time for it. He followed me back on Twitter. Oh, can I just share an absolute proper fangirl moment for a second?
Go for it. I know what this is.
I woke up on the Friday morning. Has anyone in the chat been watching the YouTube videos of the comedian Alistair Beckett King? He is an Irish guy with long ginger hair, and he makes short 2 or 3 minute sketches about stuff. Alistair Beckett King. If you haven't, Google him on YouTube. He's amazing. He followed me back on Twitter. I was bouncing off the walls when I saw that happen. I was like, oh my God. That, some of my heroes. Miracle of Sound, Gav, he followed me back on Twitter. Alistair Beckett King, he followed me back. I was like, what the hell? This is amazing.
Yeah. I had something similar on the last day. Somebody, I think it was Kind Kitten actually, sent me a message saying, Isn't it awkward when Spiffing Brit's following you on Twitter and you haven't followed him back? And I'm looking on my phone, I'm like, oh, yeah, I follow him back.
Yeah. But what it is this mutual kind of respect and love and admiration for people's work and content. And it's still surreal to me, because I still see myself as a guy in a room. I literally am just a guy in a room making content.
Same.
And you don't feel like you're progressing. You feel like a guy in a room, and you look at the people that are super successful, and you see those as like on a pedestal. And then when they finally start talking to you, you still think there's this huge disconnect. You don't realise that over the time, you've been slowly building up. I mean, someone came up to me on the last day. You were there as well, Cal. Someone came up and said, they were a huge fan. They've just started streaming themselves. They've just started making YouTube videos. They want some advice. And it was just keep doing. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep going. And in 5 years' time, they'll be standing where I'm standing, talking to someone who loves their videos. That's what they will.
That I actually had an awesome moment that was confusing to me. So there's a streamer that we normally raid, like if they're online, called Blue and Queenie.
Oh,
and
it's
the Northern Irish couple that that we went to the casino with. Now, I bumped into them, and I was going to go up to Queenie because I recognised her, and I was going to be like, nice to meet you and everything. Her boyfriend Blue ran up to me. He was like, "Cal, love your content. It's fantastic. I've been watching all the Earth 2 stuff," and I'm there like, I'm supposed to be a fan of you guys, not the other way around.
And that's what I think Insomnia was great for. It was a great equalizer. Everyone from every level of success, from every level of passion, was there with mutual shared interests in video games. And there was very little ego. There was very little super ego or id or this. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the best way to describe it? Arrogance, I suppose, would be a good one.
Yeah. The none of that at all. Just everyone's lovely.
Yeah. So if any of you got,
I was really surprised.
Yeah. The D&D game, by the way, for people asking in chat. Yes, it has been recorded. We have a full, complete record for you. It has also been filmed professionally by someone on site, and likely the audio will be taken because we were all mic'd up, little radio mics on. Yeah. The audio will be taken from those mics. And we will be able to get you a full edited video. The pictures are absolutely fantastic.
They're great.
People are asking, which panels did we enjoy the most as viewers? Truth be told, we didn't really get much chance to go to panels that we wanted to, did we, Kel?
No. To be honest, there weren't too many that I was majorly interested in. And I think with us having a day there before the stage thing, not that we were all nervous, but we all wanted to kind of like wind down and prepare for that the next day. So the first day we didn't really go to any panels. We were in the Creator Tavern, just hanging out, chatting with everybody. And then after we'd done it, we were like, right, let's get absolutely sloshed.
Yeah.
And then hang out in the Creator Tavern. So it was great. But we never really went to any panels. We hung out around the cosplay one a bit to check out some of the costumes.
Yeah, the cosplayers were stunning, weren't they? They were so
amazing.
Good. I pulled so many. Good. I just walked up to so many cosplayers, and I'm like, sorry to disturb you. I can see you're busy, but you look amazing. You look so good. How did you get the weathering effect on the edge? And this is a thing that I think is really important, and this is one of the great ways. If you are a confident individual, I was talking again to Spiff about this, and Cal, you can give me your opinion. Everyone in the chat, you can let me know what you think as well. I think one of the greatest signs of confidence is the ability to spend your time and your energy making other people feel awesome.
Yeah.
If you can do that, nailed it. Use your confidence to big other people up. That's what we did. So if I saw a cosplayer, I didn't just walk over and go, hey, good stuff, well done. I would look at their costume. How have they painted it? Have they gone with layers? Are they sewn it themselves? Have they cut some stuff out? Is there custom? I would try and notice a detail, and I would go, tell me how long it took to do that. Tell me how you've done this. Talk to me about this, because this is amazing. And I wanted everyone that finished a conversation with me to leave feeling better about themselves than when they started. And I know that Cal did exactly the same. What kind of cosplay did you see around there, Cal?
Oh, my favourite one was Torbjorn from Overwatch.
He was so cool, wasn't he?
That guy's cosplay was amazing. Yeah. I was wanting to get a photo with him, but after the stage event, I missed the ending of it, so I missed getting a photo with him. But his cosplay was just so damn good. So good. The
two that I saw, who sometimes cosplayers are extremely extremely confident, and they're more than happy to chat to you. Sometimes people like creating it, they like wearing it, but they're not the most confident people. And if that's true, if they're a little bit shyer, then you need to read the room, and then you need to just step back away and chill out. And there were these two, I think it was two girls dressed up in like sci-fi, cyberpunk, My Little Pony weaponized versions.
Oh, with the cool metallic wings.
Yeah, they'd painted it so
they
like,
looked amazing.
like cel-shaded style, and they had, metal wings and rifles with cutie marks all over them. It looked absolutely badass. It was so cool. And I walked up and I'm like, guys, your costume looks amazing. And they're like, oh, thank you. And I could tell that they weren't super keen on talking about it. So, once you've paid the compliments, you need to step back a little bit.
Yeah. I think they were a bit overwhelmed by all the people because that day was busy.
Yeah.
Like the day that we did the stage was incredibly busy.
Yeah, it was.
I've never seen a convention that busy.
No, there were a lot of people there. But how good were the volunteers that helped out?
Oh, they were fantastic. Like anything you needed, like it doesn't matter how stupid it was.
Yeah,
they were so willing to help. And in fact, with like the pub quiz as well. One of the volunteers messaged me on day one and was like, hey, I saw you ask on Twitter for if anyone wanted to sell another ticket for the pub quiz. She was like, I've got 2. I'll sort you out with them.
Yeah, we helped him out. Again, this is stuff we probably shouldn't be saying, but it's happened now, so we may as well be honest.
Yeah.
Ash and Blitzy, unfortunately, weren't able to get the creator marks, so I was able to walk up to someone and be like, hey, come on, sort us out. Do us a favour. If you have any level of influence or pull or any level of negotiation tactics, one of the responsibilities I personally think you've got, and I hold myself to the same standard, is negotiate stuff for other people. Don't use your power for evil. Don't use your power for selfishness. Negotiate stuff for other people. Because I'm not going to lie, I wanted a free mug.
Heist.
I want to the heist. Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, Operation Free Shit.
Operation
was it, we called
Free
it.
Stuff on the last day. I thought, you know what? Let's be a little bit cheeky. Let's try and get some free stuff.
Yeah, because I came up to you. I was like, Josh.
Yeah.
They've still got some merch left, and there's 1 day left. Do you reckon we can get free shit from that van?
They're not going to sell it again, are they?
Yeah, and we were like, Josh was like, let's make it happen. So we were just hunting round for anyone.
So what I did was I walked up to an absolutely lovely presenter called Trista Bites. You can find her on Twitter. You can find her on YouTube. Professional host. Professional video game player. Fantastic person. I walked up to Trista and I said, Trista, on your authority, would I be able to go over to that Merc booth and get a T-shirt for Callum and a mug for me? And Trista looked at me and she said, Josh, I'm just a contractor. I'm not a staff member. I don't have that authority. Plus, I'm going to be honest with you, Josh, I think it's a little bit cheeky to ask for free stuff. And I said, Trista, it absolutely is. I'm still going to do it.
Audacity always wins.
Yeah, it's easier to get forgiveness than it is to get permission. So, if you can't give me the authority, who can? And she went, I don't know, one of the staff members? And I went, okay. And then I thought, you know what? Let's make this more difficult in my mind. And I said, Trista, what do you want? Come on, throw something on the order. I'm already going in for me and Cal. In for a penny, in for a pound. What do you want? And she went, what do you mean? I'm like, come on, free shit, I'm going to challenge myself. Let's get more stuff. What do you want? And she went, I don't know, a small T-shirt? I'm like, done. It's on the list. Going back to Cal, and I'm like, Cal, okay, this is getting more complicated. We need a T-shirt for you, a T-shirt for Trista, and a mug for me. I think we should probably stick to 3 items. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
So we just wandered around asking all the volunteers and asking all the staff who would be able to do this until we finally cornered a guy who we've been working with for a while, and I'm like, it's a cheeky request. Can I please have a medium T-shirt, a small T-shirt, and a mug? And he just went, yeah, all right. Walked off, got them, and brought them back to us.
Yeah, that yeah, all right was followed by don't tell anyone.
Yeah, oh yeah,
But
yeah.
We got the free T-shirts.
He did, yeah, and I got the mug. He did promise me not to tell anyone. I don't know if he said don't Twitch stream it, because there are like 900 people over here.
I mean, you're telling me right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You're telling me.
Guys, just can we all...
And I already knew.
Yeah, let's agree on the honour policy. No one tell anyone, all right? Just no one tell anyone this happened. It's fine. Did I finally talk to Henry Cavill? Unfortunately, no, I did not. He wasn't there. Maybe next year. Who knows? I love that everyone in the chat has collectively agreed to keep this a secret.
Yeah.
I'm
sure my chat won't tell anyone either.
What happens in the Tavern state is a Shadow Cabal secret.
Do you know what? There was one heist that we failed, and that was the beanbag heist.
Oh yeah, the beanbag heist did not meet with success, but so far,
No.
like out of the 4 or 5 cheeky things we tried to do, including standing on the tank and getting some free monster, the beanbag thing was the only thing that failed.
If any were going to fail, I'm happy it was the beanbag heist, to be honest.
Yeah, that was the one with the least stakes. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So the content creator corral bit didn't really have much seating. Much comfy seating. There were benches, but they're not really the benches that you would sit on for a long time. And there was like over by the bring your own computer bit, there were other beanbags on the floor. So I asked one of the guys, hey, can we just bring one of the massive beanbags over from there to here? And they asked apparently, they came back to me and they said, this is the order from the very top. No.
They were literally radioing in. They're like, we've got a request for beanbags. Beanbags at the Creator Tavern. And it went up the chain of command.
Yeah.
Waited there about a minute. And she goes, no. I was like, well, we tried.
What I appreciate about this is that it was either like the NEC security or the head of organising Insomnia. These are responsible for 40,000 people. Millions upon millions of pounds worth of props, of industry, of content creators, and the thing that they were dealing with was, can Josh have a beanbag?
These people have been dealing with, a health and safety crisis that was caused by us earlier in the day, potential theft somewhere maybe, and then they just get, they see the little thing blinking on their head, so they quickly chuck it on. It's like, can we have a beanbag? They're just like, what? No.
I feel like the request was slightly below their pay grade. They were probably paid to deal with worse stuff than that. I had to stop Ash from taking a goose, to be fair. That was quite funny. That was probably the only serious thing Ash said throughout the entire weekend. Ash was a lovely guy, absolute top bloke. We were walking around, we were walking from hotel to NEC, hotel to NEC.
Oh, I know what you're on about.
And there was a lake in the middle, and there was like we called it the shitty beach, because there was some pebbles leading into a lake. Not mod Ash. What's the guy's last name? Gives the V. Let me sort it out for you. But we'll grab him on Twitch right now. Hang on, we'll make sure he knows about this. It was Ash. Is it Valmont? Yeah, Ash Valmont. Ash Valmont. Everything Ash Valmont said was an absolute joke. Yeah, as in, like, he was a funny guy. He was an entertaining, funny guy. And we were walking past the beach, and Ash looked, and the only serious thing I heard him say for like 4 days, and it was kind of under his breath, not even to anyone, was, I'm going to take a goose. And I looked at him, because there were geese by this kind of bench, and I'm like, I'm half convinced that's the only serious thing you've said. And he was.
I love that this happened. This was when I wasn't there, and this is what makes it funny, because you hadn't told me about this, right?
Yeah.
Me and Rage did the exact same thing, except she's been my partner in crime for the whole weekend. And I went, do you reckon we could take a goose back to the Creator Tavern? And she goes, I don't see why not. And it was pitch black, and we were like sneaking after a goose.
I don't see any police around. I know.
Who's here to stop us?
I made that joke when we were having the pizza party. I said, I don't see any police around, and you pointed to your friend, who is literally a policeman.
Yeah.
So well,
there's him here, so that's an issue.
I'm like, oh crap, I didn't say that. And he looked at me and he went, that's fine.
Take the goose.
Like, he was totally on board with the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a funny weekend with some excellent people. And the creator party, don't get me wrong, it was lovely. It was really nice, and I will definitely do it again. In a club, people are paying for your drinks, it's a free bar. It never gets old. The joke, hey, let me buy you a drink, never gets old when it's a free bar, because you just keep doing it. But I think for me, the absolute highlight was every single time someone walked up and said, can I get a photo?
Yeah. I'm surprised how many asked me as well.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. I think I did like 12 photos with just, people on the show floor just roaming around.
Yeah.
And then, we had loads I had someone from the Discord come up to me at the pub quiz while I was absolutely plastered. Yeah. Like, I was in a state there, but I was like, hell yeah, hi.
Billy,
I don't remember the conversation we had, but
Billy was hanging, wasn't she? Billy was our sorceress in the D&D game. Billy is a lovely, lovely girl who goes overboard whenever she drinks alcohol. Billy very much regretted agreeing to do the D&D game when she was pulled on stage in her full-on sorceress outfit, which looks absolutely phenomenal. When she was... I mean, I even included that in her introduction, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I was on stage and I was hyping up the guys, and the players were walking on. The crowd was in front of me, and I'm like, we have the Bane of Metaverses, the Slayer of Earth 2, Callum, Upton, and you walked on, and the crowd applauded. And then I was like, the red-headed darling of Azeroth, Rage Darling, and she walked on as a barbarian, and the crowd applauded. And then I went, and then we have Billy, who is hanging because she drank a little bit too much and is regretting agreeing to do this. And she walked on, and she was like, hello. Crowd loved it.
Yeah.
Crowd loved it, man.
It was a weekend of new experiences, even the weird ones. Like, I remember, you know when someone asks you to do something and you go, yeah, sure, and then you realise, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So when we were in the changing rooms, Rage said to me, she was like, oh, can you, like, lace up my corset at the back? I was like, sure. Immediately realised I haven't got a clue how to do this. So I'm just there, just threading, like, lace through a corset, and I was just like, do you do it from the top down, or, like, the bottom up, or from both sides? And she was like, I don't know, just make sure it's tied tight.
It's tied up.
I was like, cool. Turns out it went really well. That's a new skill I have.
I crashed Rage while she was streaming at the Asus booth, because she's sponsored by Asus, isn't she? She's super successful. And... it was all the booths down there, Intel, Asus, MSI, all the big, PC gamers were down there, and they all had, streaming setups, and there were professional streamers streaming from Insomnia. And what we did was we realised that Rage was streaming, so me and Cal ran back to the hotel, and we got a piece of paper, and we wrote, "Hi, Mum," on the paper. There's a picture, I'll find it for you. And then we went back to it, and we kind of just worked out the edge of her webcam and just kind of stood in the background, just gently photobombing as she was streaming. And I thought, you know what, we're here now. So I just walked up and I grabbed another wheelie chair and I just gently wheeled Rage out the way, and I took the headset off her, and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Insomnia. I just took over the Asus booth for a little bit. It was really funny. I didn't realise how disruptive Rage's community are.
Yep, I learnt that the hard way too.
Rage has audio alerts set up, so when you redeem points, it says things in the headset. And Rage has got things like... someone once said to Rage, oh, it looks like Mummy's Gaming. So Rage just went, Mummy's Gaming, and recorded it as a voice bite. So when I put the headset on and started talking, I just had Mummy's Gaming playing for like 10 minutes, repeatedly, in my head. And then Rage finally said, Josh, you need to do the sussy dance. Which apparently is you kind of hands on hips, stick the butt out, go to the left, go to the right, left and right, backward and forward, shaking the booty. Cal, did I or did I not?
You nailed it.
I nailed the sussy.
You nailed it.
It was a good dance. Almost showed Rage up.
The chat went wild.
Oh, they did. They did. They had a lovely time. And then we walked off for a little bit, wandered around, saw some other people, met a lot of people, played some games. What else happened? What else was fun? What else was interesting?
I don't know. There was just a lot of hanging out and chatting with people. Yeah. Oh, Japanese food.
Oh my
Went
God.
To a restaurant.
Karage.
How good was that?
Karage. I actually lost weight over the weekend, and I ate so much good food. So... what basically happened was there was food at the NEC is expensive, but if you walk out of the NEC, there's a big thing called Resorts World. And Resorts World has a bowling alley, it has an arcade, it has a load of restaurants, it has some cut-price designer stores, it has the casino at the top. It was beautiful. So we walked into Resorts World, and there was a Japanese chicken place called Karage, and it was probably the most affordable place all around. We ate there almost every day. And it was delicious, wasn't it? We ended up pulling like loads of people down.
Yeah.
We met Bob Duck and Weave. It was lovely. It was a lovely chap.
There were loads of subscribers and viewers there as well that just kind of like hung out with us, came along. Really good.
Yeah, people are saying
really good.
We need clips of the sussy dance. I'll find it. Rage probably has it. I will find it.
It's on her Twitter. It's on her Twitter.
Brilliant, we'll grab it. If you aren't on the Discord already, join either myself or Callum's Discord. All the links are on the screen now, you can all see them. And we will absolutely be able to share every picture and every video with you. In fact, you know what? One of these Wednesdays or Saturdays, I might even make the Twitch stream watching the Britical Roll video.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, because it was the simplicity of it. I basically said to the chat, right, you know, are we inside or outside? Are we good guys or bad guys? Are we at the start of the adventure? Or at the end of the adventure? And I was throwing things in. And, well, there was one thing when I walked back in, I'm like, the knight that works for the king has found you in the forest, and he's going to attack, but he uses a special weapon. You, sir, in the crowd, what weapon does the knight use? And this guy just shouted back, a chainsword. I'm like, okay then. But it's fantasy, so it's hand-cranked. So I'm kind of on the horse, kind of just clip-clopping across the stage, hand-cranking a chainsaw while I'm doing it, like, oh, guys, when I get to you, I'm going to chainsaw this quite... Oh, you're going to feel the pain. And I said to Billy, right, how do you deal with this knight who wants to kill you with his fantasy chainsword? Do you remember what Billy said, Cal?
Do you know what? I actually can't remember what she said.
Billy said, we're not the people you're after. So I thought, fair play. Let's roll to see how well that goes. I threw the dice into the crowd. They threw it back. I grabbed it. Natural 20. So as the character, I went, all right, sorry for your time. Have a good day. Just walked off.
I tell you what, some people that we haven't given credit to is the audience. The audience were fantastic with their suggestions.
A guy spat his beer out.
Oh God. There was a part on the stage where I had to really contain laughter because we got these mics that were right next to our face. So I was there like this, really trying not to laugh because I'd said something. Oh, it was the God thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Who's your God? And I was like, Eric. And this guy, I saw beer come out of his nose back into his cup, and he was just like trying not to choke on his beer. And I looked at Josh thinking, I hope Josh hasn't seen that because I'm going to piss myself laughing.
I hadn't seen it. But
I thought you had because I had to look away from you.
Yeah, you were talking. You said, I want to pray to my God to, prevent this situation. And I thought that's a really great opportunity for me as a DM to give you this amazing, role-play opportunity. So I said, Brother Callum, tell us about your God, thinking you were going to make up some epic, orchestral storyline.
Whimsical fantasy thing.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like the god of rain and thunder and death and blood, and you went, he's called Derek. It took me a second to kind of process it, and all I could think of was, I just said, Derek. And you're like, yeah. I'm like, how long have you worshipped Derek? And you went, about 6 months. And I went, has anyone ever seen Derek? And you just went, no. What Callum did perfectly. Oh, by the way, Sora, thank you very much for throwing the subs at people. I'm really glad you enjoyed this.
Bombing my chat as well. Thank you, Sora.
Sora's an absolute babe.
He is.
And what Callum did really well was he played the everyman, the kind of very dry, very blunt, very direct, very Monty Python. That's what Callum is. Remarkably Monty Python. I mean, I even played the princess, and the princess was kidnapped, and Callum wasn't ready for this. So I hid behind the sofa, and I popped up, and I thought, I'm enrolled as the princess now. So I went, oh no, I've been kidnapped. And I could see all of you almost laugh.
Yeah, honestly, I had to contain it.
Almost. That was that was the plan. But here's the plan.
It's the fact it was unplanned, like the entire thing. We'd got no plan for it at all. So even us on stage were trying not to laugh because obviously with the mic right by your face, you've got to try not to just like burst out laughing. Yeah.
But if you did burst out laughing, it would have been even funnier because it's the audience that win when one of the actors breaks on stage. It's the audience that win. So Rage even contacted me afterwards and said, hey, why don't we just take Britical Role, which is what we ended up calling it because we're all British and it's based on Critical Role. Why don't we just take this to as many conventions as we possibly can? Not just Insomnia. We could do it at MCM. We could do it at some smaller local anime conventions. We could do it at town conventions. There is nothing stopping us, if we can find time in our busy schedules, to travel to conventions and to... Oh, someone's just linked the Twitch clip of the sussy.
Oh, no.
Guys, it's in the chat right now.
Somebody relay that to my chat. It's going to have to be a mod.
It's in the chat. If you want to see that happen, it's there. But, Cal, do you think we could take Britical Roll on the road?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. I don't see what's stopping us.
And do you know what? Do you know how much planning and prep we would do if we did that?
None.
Just turn up. We would turn up. We would meet you. Someone's like, Josh, your ass looks huge. Hey, I got cake. All right?
Daddy got cake.
Daddy do got the cake. It's because I bought a suit from an old Asian wizard. Have I told you the story of my suit?
Oh.
Okay, so like I'm genuinely quite scared about this. I thought I needed a new suit for Insomnia. Nice, blue trousers, nice blue jacket, whatever. So what happened was I walked into a shop in town, down a side street. There was a little door, and I went into the door, and it was a suit shop. And this little Asian man just looked up to me and went, 34 waist. And I was like, yes. And he went, wait. And he walked off. And he came back with like blue trousers and a blue waistcoat. And he handed them to me. And I went and I put them on, and they fit perfectly. Just absolutely perfectly. So I paid the man, and I walked out, and I'm like, what just happened? I just bought a suit off some kind of wizard. I am half convinced if I go back to where that shop was, it won't be there anymore.
It's like Diagon Alley. You walk down there, it's just nothing that was there previously.
It's like some kind of weird Mr. Ben fantasy, which is a very old specific reference for English TV fans. And I am genuinely convinced this guy was a frickin' wizard. Because the suit was perfect. It made everything look good. It
looked amazing.
It was cheap as well. I don't know what deal that guy made with the devil to know exactly what sizes were, but it was just brilliant. Oh, man, I was scared. Scared it was so accurate. People are linking the sussy dance. There we go. Never underestimate strange men in clothing stores. Are you sure you weren't drunk? Maybe it was like a Primark. It was just really off my face, and it was a Primark.
I'm watching the sussy dance now.
Are you watching that? I mean, don't fall in love, Callum.
Well, you can see me behind you watching it. I watched it from the other angle.
Oh.
Don't forget, I was there too.
What the sussy video is actually it's an experience from Callum's point of view, watching what happened. Watch Callum. You know how when they say when you watch The Lord of the Rings, you need to watch Legolas's face? Because Orlando Bloom... Do you know how many lines Legolas says to Frodo?
It's none, is it?
One. He says, and my bow.
Oh, God, he does?
That's literally it. That is the entirety of Legolas's interaction with Frodo. At the very first film, he kind of sits down and goes, yeah, you've got my bow. And then for the rest of the film and the two sequels after that, just never talks to him.
I never thought about that.
So what Orlando Bloom realised, because he realised that he smiles at him at the end. That's it. He gives and my bow. Everything happens, and at the very end of Return of the King, he kind of goes,
good job.
That's it. That's all he gets. So what happened is Orlando Bloom realised that his face was his main acting tool. Watching The Lord of the Rings when you're just watching Legolas's face is a trip. Because he is making the weirdest facial expressions all the way through.
I need to do that now because I've never done that.
Do it. Watching again, just focusing on Legolas, is a weird film. So yeah, focus on Callum's face. It's a different journey. It is a different... You could have my bow, not my words.
It's me looking disappointed at you. Like, what has the weekend come to?
Oh, man. So the next Insomnia is going to be called I-69. How much meme value does that have?
So much.
So much. Meme value. It's even going to be hashtag I-69. I mean, come on. If the tagline for it isn't just nice... I'll be unhappy. Nice. That's all it needs to be.
That's potential right there.
Rio, thank you for all the gifted subs, man. That's remarkably kind of you. Someone's like, do you know that Aragorn broke his toe? Yes, he did. I-69.
It's in the helmet.
It's going to be nice. Hashtag nice is what it should be. Oh, it's going to be so silly already. We met a lot of cosplayers. We met a lot of very successful people. We met a lot of designers and developers. That was great. But if you gave me a choice, like a straight up choice between meeting viewers or industry people, I'm going to go with viewers.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Just nice people.
You know, if you told me...
In fact, I was just going to say, we also got, mine's up there, a little crocheted donning on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, my crocheted mug is downstairs. We had Isla, who was absolutely lovely, walked up and said, hey, a while ago I messaged you on Discord saying, can I knit you something? And I said, well, you don't have to knit me anything, but if you want to, a knitted mug would be great. That'd be cool. So she walked up and she gave me a little hand-knitted mug. And you got a little hand-knitted Donin, who was your D&D character, when we were streaming, weren't we?
Yeah, and you can turn him inside out, and he goes from happy Donin to beat-up-face Donin.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely
really cool.
Incredible. And one person even came up with a printed-off picture of me and the big white fluffy dog, Apollo. So I signed it from me, and then I signed it from Apollo as well.
Amazing.
Well, that, you know what, that made my day. That absolutely made
That's
my
awesome.
day. Yeah, industry people who are also viewers. Yeah, straight up. Industry people who are almost also viewers. I think that a lot of people see it as kind of soulless networking, if you will. They want to see people as career springboards. You know, who can I talk to advance my career? And that's got this real corporate edge to it, which I wasn't really a big fan of. Yeah. Thankfully, there was none of that at Insomnia. No one was talking to me wanting to use me to advance their own career, which was lovely. Yeah.
I only had one person or two maybe that did that.
Yeah.
And it was about programming stuff, and they're like, so we're programming this thing. We'd love to get you on board as a programmer so we can have your name on the thing. And I'm just like, just get a programmer.
just get someone.
Just get a programmer.
One guy came up to me and said, hey, can we give you some free stuff? Some free, computer bits, some free monitors, some free keyboards, some free microphones. And I thought, honestly, I don't need them. But if you want to, we can do some kind of giveaway. You're going to give me free stuff, that's fine, but I'm going to give it to people. So that you hit lottery rules where I would rather the company deal with that instead of me. So I wanted to try. Were they second monitors? You know what? That's exactly what I said. I said, how about this? Let's do a giveaway for people who don't have second monitors to get them. Let's get everyone having at least 2 monitors.
A dedicated Josh monitor.
That's what we need. That's what I want. If anyone brings their second monitor to the next Insomnia, I'll sign it.
It'll expand your audience, won't it, really? Because now there's more people who can watch you.
Yeah, huge, big gold pen all across the front of the monitor. You can't even rub it off. Just a massive signature all the way there. So what's the future plan for the Tangent Tavern, this podcast? We want to keep talking about positive things. We keep talking about good stuff that happens to us. I know that we tend to get bogged down in NFTs and cryptocurrency, but I think the Dungeons and Dragons angle worked really well. Kel, we had a discussion about the future of this podcast, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Was this the one we had at Insomnia?
It relates heavily to that one, yes.
Yeah, I was hanging out my arse, to be honest, at that point. So you're going to have to remind me exactly what we talked on.
Here's the plan.
And I'll tell you if drunk Callum's ideas were as good as sober Callum's ideas.
Here's the plan, guys. Tangent Tavern is going to be about games, but I want it to also be about creativity, about audience engagement and interaction. We want to get more guests on to chat to us. Kira TV was an absolute delight to have on. I want to make sure he gets involved again. Blue and Queenie, get those guys on as well. I know the Spiffing Brit's more than happy with it. So here's the plan. Imagine if we have a Tangent Tavern and the first half hour is chatting to the guest about their thing. Big Fry TV, Sid Alpha, get all these upper echelon games, get all these guys on. And the next part, we play Dungeons and Dragons with them. I will DM a really simple game, one shot, no massive campaign. We just get them playing a silly character. We put them into silly situations. You guys get to interact and involve with it. It's just more casual. It's more fun. What do you think? You think it would work? I think it would work.
I think that sounds perfect.
That's what the Tangent Tavern needs to be. The Tangent Tavern needs to be a podcast about games, about people, about passion, and then about tabletop gaming.
Yeah. I'd love to expand it even further than that and make some custom programs so that we can actually have 3D drag and drops of the characters in the world.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You can pre-make some battle maps with a system, and I think it'd just be really cool to like up the production value of it.
Yeah, well, we talked to Mr. Graggles. Mr. Graggles was massively into doing some super cool stuff about, you know, those old choose your own adventure novels. You know, turn to Isla bought me a choose your own adventure novel as well, which I'm going to read through on stream at some point.
Yes, I saw.
You know, like, you know, turn, you want to go left or right, turn to this page or this page, do you attack, do you run away, turn to this page and this page? Well, Mr. Graggles is actually working on a program that interacts with Twitch chat. So I would read out, or, you know, Callum would read out the text on the screen, and then you guys, the viewers, you would actually get to vote for which option you want to happen, and the adventure would continue based on your votes. Yeah. Now, I said to Graggles, this is super cool, but what about voicing the adventure? So you vote for left and right, and then there's like a 1 minute voiceover segment that explains what happens. Then the streamer has 3 or 4 minutes to talk to the audience about it, and then the vote happens. So the voiceover would be like a professional level voiceover. I think that'd be really funny. I said to Mr. Graggles, if you want me to voice that, I'll voice that. If you want Callum voicing that, I'm sure you'll voice that as well, Cal.
Yeah, well, I don't know if people want me voicing that. One of the best comments I had from one of the Insomnia team, they came over after the stage and they said, the thing that made this event was you in your Brummie accent just giving deadpan lines. He says the Brummie accent made it so much better. And I'm thinking, you don't want a Brummie accent.
It was silly. It was dumb. Hi Josh, New World Sausage Guy here. Great to see you the weekend. Oh, Cyber, thank you so much. So Cyber walked up to me, and it was brilliant. Cyber walked up and he said, Josh, I'm the New World Sausage Guy. And I said, okay, no way. No, you're not. Remember when I made that video and I used a shot from Reddit? It was like a screenshot. And the Reddit post was the hero on the Greg's server, because it's called Greg's, who posted the massive sausage. Because in the UK, Greg's is like a fast food bakery style thing. Yeah. That was him. It was actually his Reddit post. So, Cyber, you not only posted a great Reddit post, you started the whole cascade of making me and Callum look into how they were using HTML to link the pictures. And that was a lovely chat. That was a really, really nice chat to have. So thank you for popping over and saying hi to me. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
It was good. So I think the future of the Tangent Tavern, me and Cal are absolutely shattered. Did you know, Cal, we've been talking for 1 hour and 20 minutes already?
Oh my God, we have.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, honestly, absolutely just in bits after that weekend. Like, you'd think we'd be kind of half dead there, and I think we were at certain points. Yeah. But as soon as we got... In fact, me and you on the way back in the car... It was silent in the car. It was just, it was peaceful. It was beautiful.
Yeah. We both drove back. We were talking to people all weekend. We got in the car. We both looked at each other and we just head down.
Head down in the phone. Done.
Hell. As far as, and I think the Spiffing Brit shares this energy, and that's why I respect the guy so much. When you are at a convention, your audience, your fans make you. Without an audience, without fans, we are nothing. We create content, but people enjoy it, and that's important. I went to Insomnia with the focus to meet people who like what I do and to talk to them. Oh my God, Lord Phil, thank you very much. That's remarkably kind of you. It's the Asian Cabal. Oh, man. Did you see when Asmongold put the Asian theme?
I want to see the full clip of that because I only saw the clip that was on his clip channel where it was like just me and you that were on there. I want to see the whole thing.
No,
because I want to see his reaction to that. It was good. It was so good.
So what we'll do for the next Insomnia is, if you guys can make it down, great. Come over and say hi to us. I'm going there to... I use the word work, but it's not work. It's interact. No. I'm going there to interact. I'm not going there to be doted upon. I'm going there to interact. And I know that Callum is as well. And,
it's like a holiday. It's a content creator's holiday.
Yeah, it's our chance to meet you guys, which is the important thing. And I want you to pull me aside and say, hey, can we chat? Can we take pictures? Can we hang out? We will let you know if we're going to be at any future conventions. I don't know where the next Insomnia is going to be held. Birmingham would be great, but we don't know. As soon as I know, you'll know. The future of the Tangent Tavern, we'll get some guests on. We'll play some D&D. We'll talk about games. We'll try and avoid cryptocurrency and NFTs just because I know that they can get a little bit... boring, but also...
And it's everything now, isn't it? Everything is NFT and crypto, so
It's the future.
Minimal.
You know what? I didn't see any metaverses or any NFTs at Insomnia.
No, I only heard the word NFT twice. Once in the pub quiz, and I love this. So I was sat there just drinking with Lorenzo, and it comes up, what does NFT stand for? The whole table just looked at me and passed the sheet over. I was like, I'm your guy. That's what I came here for, this one question.
One question, that's all we needed. But I think Insomnia is about people who actually are passionate about games, and you tend to find that people who are really, really, really passionate about making games are also not passionate about NFTs.
Nope, not at all.
Which
yeah, and
nice.
then the other time was someone came up to me and they're like, I've got a scam that you should look into. And I was just like, brilliant. I'm getting tip-offs when I'm at Insomnia.
I heard it once at the content creator meetup, and I just decided to not talk to that person. It was like we were at the content creator meetup, there were people around, and someone went, yeah, the future's NFTs. And I thought, I'm not talking to you.
I think it's the same person, actually.
Yeah, most likely.
That I'm on about, yeah.
Yeah, most likely. As soon as that happened, I was like, nah,
Nope.
That's not. I'm going to go and chat to Spiff some more. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining us at this Tangent Tavern. It's been absolutely lovely. What? Okay, Elandra is gifting 22 Tier 1 subs. You do realise that we're just talking about a gaming event. There are other channels. Have you made a mistake? I'm just checking. Are you okay with this? It's remarkably kind of you. I guarantee that we are going to keep doing this. We're going to keep making stuff. Cal, do you know what video you've got coming out next, or are you still in that kind of recovery phase?
I am still in the recovery phase. There either won't be a video tomorrow, depending on how quickly I fall asleep after this, or it'll be just like an easy going. I might just do what's happened to Dream Worlds and check out what's going on with them. But I just want to say, Tom in the chat, hello, Mr. Callum. I apologise in advance for this being my first interaction, but could you explain why you have a naked newborn Warhammer Vermintide rat on your chair? It's a mantis. This is my explanation.
I think you'll find it's actually a naked Vermintide rat.
Well, it is now. It's canon. His name's Orkle. He's a great friend. He's lovely. Just hangs out.
You've just created lore. That's not Pixiana. That's his son. That's Callum's son. He treats him well. He puts him on the chair. He
just lives there. It's so I don't have to kill an actual one by forgetting to feed it.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant times. Just really, really... You know what? I walked past a lot of people at Insomnia, and I heard hushed whispers of people going, that's Josh Strife. Next time, I don't want hushed whispers. I want you to walk up to me and go, "Oh, Josh." And I'll go, "Hello." I'll shake your hand. I'll ask what your name is. I'll ask how your day's going. We'll get a picture, and we will both be better off for the experience. I want screams. I want, "That's Josh Strife as we walk past, pointing.
Megaphones.
Megaphone. Just walk up. Just shout. That's what we need. Can I say I love you, Josh? I would feel worse if you don't. You know, you best do. You absolutely best do. So, ladies and gents, we're going to let you get back to your lovely evenings. Me and Cal are going to go and crash. I would love to tell you that I've been productive editing the Baldur's Gate video. I'm going to be honest. I bought an Easter egg and ate it while I sat on the sofa playing Elden Ring. I'm going to get back to work tomorrow. Returning to editing on Baldur's Gate, returning to the worst MMO ever, returning to all that kind of stuff. Hopefully getting more of the games done up. We finished the playthrough of the KFC dating simulator. Every person asked me the same question. Have you played Daddy Dating Simulator or Hatoful Boyfriend or any of those silly dating simulators? And the answer is no, but I will.
Yes.
Cal, what are you streaming next? What game have you got going on?
I started playing a game called Little Inferno on my last stream, and it's a game where you just burn shit. And I tell you what, the most therapeutic game I've ever played. Chat loved it, and we've got to finish that off. So that will be the next stream.
It's Kiwo has just joined the chat right now. Can we take a second to just appreciate Kiwo? Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't aware of who Kiwo is, first of all, she is one of the most fashionable angry evil nuns I've ever met. Absolutely beautiful person, both inside and outside. You were lovely. Kiwo, you were a delight to beat at Magic the Gathering. Can I just say that? Because I know
delight to speak to as well. The makeup was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, don't you dare. Right, let me just... Have I told you that? I mean, this won't mean much to you, Cal, but it will mean anyone that plays Magic the Gathering will absolutely understand how painful this story I'm about to tell is. So, myself and Kiwo both play Magic the Gathering, we both play Commander, and she threatened me over Twitter. And she said, I've got this horrific mill deck. I'm going to make you run out of cards. I've got a 2-card combo, and if I can pull it off, oh, you're going to die. And I said, okay, my Commander is all about stealing other people's cards.
Oh no, you didn't steal the combo, did you?
She's never been able to actually pull the combo off in a game. It's theoretically possible, but she was never able to actually do it. She sits down, we start playing, I play a card, it steals a card. I play another card, steals a card. Chance is 1 in 10,000. I stole both cards.
Oh no!
Of the combo.
Oh, you hate to see it.
I didn't even play them. I just showed them.
Just discard them.
I'm like, is it these? She stood up and was so angry. The anger spread to the rest of the hotel. You know, you could feel the air change. And I thought, you know what? Just play one of them. So I didn't play in the correct order. So I didn't then use the combination correctly, but I still played. We still did really well. And then she played an artifact, and I thought, you know what, let's add insult to injury. I played an artifact which copies another artifact, and I copied the artifact she'd played. It didn't even help me. It was purely out of principle.
It's just a middle finger.
It was it was salt in the wound. That's what it was. I'm like, this isn't even going to help. It was an obelisk that increases all the damage of a specific tribe, and her deck was rogues. I had no rogues in my deck, but when I played it, I still declared rogues, just to rub it in.
Oh.
Yeah, because Magic for me isn't about winning, it's about the other person losing. And I think Kiwo lost harder than anyone else that weekend.
It sounds it. It does.
That's what it was. Joran has said, finally made it. Hi, Josh and Callum. Joran, you've joined us at the tail end of the tavern. Kiwo, do you want to come on and play Dungeons and Dragons with us sometime? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, would you like to see Kiwo, who is a phenomenally talented streamer and an absolutely beautiful person, on the Tangent Tavern, playing Dungeons and Dragons with us in probably the most impressive makeup you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Kiwo, look at the chat. Look at the chat. You've got people screaming for you. You've got people who want you. Here, you can't say no now. This is peer pressure.
It's got to happen.
This is peer pressure. See, this is
I'll
how
have
we
to
do it.
get my makeup done as well for that stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll all do it. Can you invite Call Me Kevin too? Call Me Kevin was meant to be there, but I think, unfortunately, he came down with something being too busy, double booked, or he may have got COVID. I'm not entirely sure, but he wasn't able to make it, and people were very upset. Who else did we meet? We met It's 0.4, I think he streams under. The guy's got 5 million subs, does a lot of GTA 5 stuff. Then if you guys have watched any of Naught's stuff, Nought, absolute sweetheart. Really nice guy.
I didn't get a chance to chat to Naught. I think Naught's the one person that you spoke to that I didn't get a chance to chat with.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, he's a lovely guy.
Complete sweetheart. Absolute nice guy. Genuine down to earth. Right, ladies and gents, we are... Greggles has turned up at the exact wrong time. Mr. Greggles, we were singing your praises earlier, weren't we, Cal? We really were. Look at everyone is here now. Greggles is a lovely guy. Greggles is the guy that plays the drums, has 6 PCs, and is building the streamer plays, choose your own adventure style box. Greggles, you have joined us at the tail end of the Tangent Tavern. We're probably going to head off now because me and Cal need to crash. Thank you very much for your time. What do you think the future holds for Britical Roll, Cal?
With how well it's gone at the NEC, I can see us doing that time and time again. I really can.
I want it to be a thing that we do every day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. I guarantee Britical Roll will hopefully one day be coming to a city near you or a convention near you. We will get back to making videos and doing our jobs, and we will see you on Twitch streams as often as we possibly can. Thank you very much for your time. Good night, and God bless.
Yep, thank you for my chat, for all the gifted subs and the kindness, as always. And I will either see you tomorrow if I'm not dead, or later in the week. Thank you, as always.